Hi everyone, this is Bryn again with another video, just like I promised. Um, I just wanted to go over a few things before we dived right into financial literacy or just basically what those topics mean or words in that topic anyway. It's just deep, so I just wanted to get a few things. One thing that I did, like I said, I read that Rich Dad, Poor Dad book, like I mentioned in my last video. One thing that he continuously talked about was mindset. So that's one thing I'm going to talk about, getting your mindset in order to be on this journey of going from poor to rich. So basically, some of the things I do, and I don't do this every day, but as often as I remember. So it might be like once every other day or once every 3 days. So don't, feel too guilty of with yourself if you don't do it every day. But I do some gratitude journaling. If I don't write it down, then I just do it in my head. If you've never done it, it's 100%. I think you should write it down. I don't think you should do it in your head ever. If you've ever done it, if you've never done it, I've done it for years. So sometimes if I just don't get to it, I just kind of analog some things that I'm grateful for in my head. The reason I don't think you should do it if you've never done it is because when you write it down and you have pages upon pages of and months of things you've been grateful for, it changes your mindset to realize that you have a pretty good life and you actually do have a lot of things to be grateful for. You have a roof over your head, food, etc., etc. So that's yeah one way to realize that I had things to be grateful for was to be able to flip back and see those pages. So you can't do that in your head; it kind of gets all jumbled. I can actually go back and see days, dates, and read them. So, another thing that kind of goes in the mindset category that Rich Dad, Poor Dad said a lot in his book was that he's got several books. So, if I say books instead of just book, I he has like a Rich Dad series or whatever. So I'm referring to the other books in those series. I've read a few of them. So anyway, one thing he says a lot is that the poor say, "I can't afford a new car or a new house," or whatever the case may be, where um, people who are able to obtain wealth or the rich or whatever say things like, "How can I afford this new car or that new house," or whatever thing they're going after. So, the reason being is when you say, "I can't afford this or that," you just shut down. It's done and over with. Your brain stops thinking about it and you move on to the next topic at hand. If you say, like, "How can I afford it?" Even if you stop thinking about it at that moment and go on to the next topic at hand, say you have to go to work or be with your kids, make dinner, whatever the case may be, go grocery shopping, it's in the back of your head kind of stewing back there. It wasn't shut down. Your brain is still thinking about it somewhere. Our brain is able to kind of do more things at once subconsciously. So it's back there thinking about it. Um, so that's one main reason why he says that, not to shut it down. So those are the couple things about mindset, to help keep your mindset, your mind, in the right mindset. So the next thing is to stay disciplined, and a few ways to stay disciplined, or how I do it, is by making myself accountable. I do that by setting schedules, working with other people, so that they can force me to be accountable. I think I have ADHD that's basically untreated. So sometimes, even if it's super important, and I'm like, oh, I have to remember this, it's gone out of my head. So sometimes I have other people saying, hey, you were supposed to be here at such and such time. And I'm like, I have horrible time management. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And then it's like 2 hours later, I show up. It's horrible time management. So, yes, staying accountable by having others help me keep accountable. I have others on my team. And then also, I write things down a lot in my calendars, and then on a visual calendar that I hang on my wall. I just write it right there so I can see it every day. The next thing is to get your sleep schedule in order. And a lot of people say to go to bed early and get up early. I'm not going to say that, because when I leave here, I'll be going to bed. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I have been awake since 10 p.m. last night because I work third shift. So I work 11 to 7. So I can't do any meditation or workout or any of that stuff in the morning. So every schedule is unique and different. Don't let other people's schedules or whatever overwhelm you, thinking you're not doing it right or whatever. So basically, get the best sleep you can for your schedule. My schedule, I sleep in the afternoons because I'm up all night. Some people would sleep in the daytime and then be up in the afternoon or in the morning or whatever. So the next thing I do is go to the gym, or if I can't do that, or before I had a gym membership, I went on YouTube and I watched like Blogolates or Mad Fit. She's a good one. A lot of these guys promote at-home workouts using things that you have at home, like cans of soup, bottles of water, things of that nature. Maybe at-home weights if you've got them or whatever, or just using your own body, because basically all you really need is your own body to stay physically fit. And I only go every other day, or work out every other day. So every 3 days, every day, whatever works for your schedule. And then the next thing about discipline, the last thing, is to basically eat as healthy as you possibly can. It's not going to be the healthiest every day. I just ate, scarfed down really very quickly, a Lunchable pizza. It's got to be the pizza kind. So I don't eat the greatest, but yesterday I did eat a smoothie that I made with strawberries and bananas and raspberries and blueberries and spinach leaves and a little bit of protein powder, so I do try to get a balance in there where at least every other day I'm eating pretty healthy. And then the very last thing that I want to hit on in this video is that, and this kind of hit me the other day while I was running at the gym, but that slowly and gradually you're going to lose people. Maybe not everybody in your circle, but people that you even thought were going to be there for the long haul. So it's kind of shockers when people do fall out. But yeah, generally, I think it's something that is inevitable, that it's not everybody, but I think there are going to be people that you're going to lose. So that's just one thing that I think you should be weary about. So anyway, with that, I'm just going to wrap up this video, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next week. Peace out.